Hi guys, welcome to the Brainy Buzz channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 15 signs you found your soulmate and why you should not let them go. So make sure to watch the full video. 1. You feel safe around them. At the end of a busy day, there's no other place you would rather be than with this person. For some reason, a part of you just relaxes when you are around him or her. All the anxieties, worries, and fear that you feel wash away when you are in their presence. When you feel like you're having a bad day, you always know that going to them is going to pick up your mood. You don't even have to think twice. Just thinking about being with them already gives you relief. 2. They make you feel complete. There are parts of you that you never understood. Maybe it's your hot temper, or your awkward jokes, or your horrible cooking. Somehow, this person is able to do the things that you can't, can feel things that you don't precisely because you are made to complete each other. You might be an extrovert, and the other person might be an introvert. The point is, you have individual differences that, when combined, creates a complete person. These differences don't tear you apart. Instead, it brings you closer to each other. You make each other a better person by balancing each other's strengths and weaknesses. 3. Real psychic confirms it. The signs I'm revealing in this video will give you a good idea if you've met your soulmate. But could you get even more clarity by speaking to a real psychic? Clearly, you have to find someone you can trust. With so many fake psychics out there, it's important to have a pretty good BS detector. After going through a messy breakup, I recently tried Psychic Source. They provided me the guidance I needed in life, including who I am meant to be with. I was actually blown away by how kind, caring, and knowledgeable they were. A genuine advisor can not only tell you if your current partner is really your soulmate, but they can also reveal all your love possibilities. 4. You forgive each other. Being soulmates doesn't save you from fights. In fact, you might be more susceptible to fights because of your opposite nature. Despite this, you are able to fight calmly and talk through every problem that you have. And when it comes down to forgiveness, you would rather come to terms with a problem rather than hold each other guilty. 5. You recognize them. How do you know if someone is really your soulmate? We can waste a lot of time and energy with people who ultimately we're not meant to be with. True love is hard to find, and finding your soulmate is even harder. However, I've just come across a brand new way to remove all the guesswork. A professional psychic artist recently drew a sketch for me of what my soulmate looks like. Although I was a little skeptical at first, getting the drawing done was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The crazy part is that I recognized her instantly, and now we've started dating. 6. You respect each other's differences. You might be soulmates, but it doesn't mean you're going to agree on everything. The important thing is that your disputes on religion, culture, and ethics don't affect the way you see each other. You create an open environment for discussion. You allow each other to voice out their opinions without judgment. 7. Their happiness is more important. This is one of the important signs of a soulmate connection. Their happiness is your own. It doesn't matter how many things you give up for the other person. You feel incredibly compelled to make sure that their comforts come before yours. After all, loving someone is the most selfless act of all. 8. You respect each other's alone time. Having time for yourself is one of the most underrated elements in a relationship. Once in a while, the soul needs to be alone again without any stimulation. When you tell your significant other that you would like to be alone, he or she respects it without any complaints. It's the same for you. Whenever your soulmate asks for alone time, you don't feel the need to constantly check up on them. You trust this person with your whole heart and respect them enough to give them space. 9. You share the same goals. Although having differences is healthy for any relationship, your fundamental attributes should still be the same. You may not have the same belief about every single thing, but the tangible aspects of your lives should be quite similar. 10. He is protective. If a man has found his soulmate, he'll step up to the plate for her without hesitation. He'll protect her against any threats, both small and big. You could argue that a woman will do the exact same for her soulmate. But there's a new psychological theory that's generating a lot of buzz at the moment, and it claims that men in particular have a biological drive to step up for the woman in his life and earn her respect in return. 11. You complement each other's flaws. Honoring your differences is one thing, complimenting them is another. You can honor the views of your friends and family, but you can't really change who they are. Both of you recognize individual flaws and work together to make each other better. Your attitude is inclusive rather than accusing. When you fight, you identify weak points in their character and find ways to help them become a better person. 12. You know what they're thinking. Do you ever get those moments when you're almost telepathic? Like when someone says something odd and you already know that they're looking at you. Aside from inside jokes, telepathy refers to your ability to understand what they're thinking. They don't have to tell you what they think because you already know. More often than not, you complete each other's sentences because you just know how their brain thinks. 13. He feels respected. For a man, feeling respected is the key to any soulmate relationship. Men have a built-in desire for something greater that goes beyond love or sex. It's why men who seemingly have the perfect girlfriend are still unhappy and find themselves constantly searching for something else, or worst of all, someone else. Simply put, men have a biological drive to feel needed, valued, and to provide certain things for the woman he cares about that no other man can. Relationship expert James Bauer calls it the hero instinct. I talked about this concept above. 14. You deeply empathize with each other. You feel everything that they feel on a personal level. If they tell you about a job promotion, you feel equally excited as them. This is the beauty of a soulmate connection. When they say they're afraid, you find yourself watching out after them, wanting to protect them from the world. 15. You feel it in your gut. Without question, you know that this is the person for you. You don't look at anyone else, and you don't want to. They are enough. You know it's meant to be, like a red string of fate. No matter where you are or what you are doing, you both agree that things are just better when the two of you are together. You don't exactly know why. It's just a feeling. So if you find that things suddenly seem intuitively right when they are around, you might be in the presence of your soulmate. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.